Hello. Hello, hello. Hi. Hello, Ken. Hi, Nelson. Hi, Mikey. I'm feeling slightly better today. Yeah. Still not 100%, but I feel better to like be able to leave my bed at least. I was like I was like bedridden for the last 4 days. Couldn't do anything. Yeah. I got a nasty infection, so it was pretty bad. I'm still gotta monitor like the infection because the doctor says like yeah, if it gets worse I gotta go to the hospital. So that's why I've been just resting instead of streaming. Like I can't even sit on my computer. Yeah, but feeling a bit better. On some I'm on some pretty strong antibiotics. It's like I've never heard of it before, so the doctor was like, "Oh yeah, you take this 2 times a day, not once, 2 times." I was like, "Oh my god." But yeah, welcome, welcome. We'll be doing like our usual storytelling storytelling on Friday nights. I won't be drinking alcohol tonight, of course, because I'm on antibiotics. So I am drinking Earl Grey tea at the moment. But you guys feel free to drink whatever you want. Like the glowing eyes. Thanks, Andy. How are you? Well, we'll get started in a moment. I have a bunch of creepy pastas, and there's like a one of my favorite creepy pastas or like story on Reddit. It's called Stairs in the Woods. I actually read that a long time ago, so I want to share with you guys. It's actually pretty creepy. It's a little like out of order, but I think it's pretty good too. Didn't you hear alcohol makes antibiotics work better? Don't lie to me. I'm gonna take a shot right now. Oh my god, dies on stream. Stream abruptly ends. Yeah. I have a couple of long they're not super long stories, but they are longer than the last time. So I hope you guys will enjoy it. But it's like a cozy. Oh wait, I have a fireplace. I have a fireplace sound. Hold on. My bad. Hold on. There you go. You guys like that? Yeah. Ooh, cozy with the music and everything. Hi, Fluffy. Welcome in. Gonna watch stream in bed? Yeah. Tuck in. Bundle up. Get cozy. Stream ends due to alcohol antibiotics. Yeah. No, I'll be on the headlines for that. VTuber passes out on stream because she drank alcohol with her meds. Yeah, welcome, welcome. Yep, yep, yep. All right, I think it's a good time to start off with the first story, right? We do have like I said, they're quite long today. Oh, not all of them, but only some of them. Yeah, so let's start. Tell me or let me know if the music or the sounds are too loud or something, or if I'm not speaking loud enough. Okay, let's bring up my thing. All right. So, first story is actually a creepy pasta. It's called Mr. Widemouth. It's not super long, but here goes. What? Hold on. Let me drink some more tea. Okay. During my childhood, my family was like a drop of water in a vast river, never remaining in one location for long. We settled in Rhode Island when I was 8, and there we remained until I went to college in Colorado Springs. Most of my memories are rooted in Rhode Island, but there are fragments in the attic of my brain which belonged to the various homes we had lived in when I was much younger. Most of these memories are unclear and pointless. Chasing after a little... Wait. Sorry. Chasing after another boy in the backyard of a house in North Carolina. Trying to build a raft to float on the creek behind the apartment we rented in Pennsylvania. And so on. Okay, our main character here, he's got some adventures up his sleeve. Holy shit. This kind of reminds me of, like, you know, people who live in the countryside and then their backyard is like literally the woods or something. Yeah, that's creepy. No thanks. But there is one set of memories which remains as clear as glass, as though they were just made yesterday. I often wonder whether these memories are simply lucid dreams produced by the long sickness I experienced that spring, but in my heart, I know they are real. We were living in a house just outside the bustling metropolis of New Vineyard, Maine. Population 643. Oh, yep. Countryside. Shit happens in the countryside. This is why you don't live in the countryside, okay? That's a no-no. Nope. It was a large structure, especially for a family of 3. There were a number of rooms that I didn't see in the 5 months we resided there. In some ways, it was a waste of space, but it was the only house on the market at the time, at least within an hour's commute to my father's place of work. The day after my 5th birthday, attended by my parents alone, I came down with a fever. The doctor said I had mononucleosis. Oh, that's a new word. All right. Which meant no rough play and more fever for at least another 3 weeks. Wait, what does what's mononucleosis? I gotta Google that. Hold on. Mononucleosis. Infectious mononucleosis. Also, oh, it's mono. It's just a longer name. Oh, okay. What are the symptoms? Fatigue, fever, rash, swollen glands. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So it's just, yeah, it's like a fever. Oh, good God. That's not good. It was horrible. It was horrible timing to be bedridden. We were in the process of packing our things to move to Pennsylvania, and most of my things were already packed away in boxes, leaving my room barren. My mother brought me ginger ale and books several times a day, and these served the function of being my primary form of entertainment for the next few weeks. Back then, when there were no smartphones, you know, who reads books these days, right? Not me. No, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I do have some books that I buy on a whim, and then I read like the first few chapters, and then I'm just like, never mind, I'm bored now. Boredom always loomed just around the corner, waiting to rear its ugly head and compound my misery. I don't exactly recall how I met Mr. Widemouth. I think it was about a week after I was diagnosed with mono. My first memory of the small creature was asking if he had a name. He told me to call him Mr. Widemouth because his mouth was large. Oh God. Okay. In fact, everything about him was large in comparison to his body. His head, his eyes, his crooked ears, but his mouth was by far the largest. He does not sound fun to look at. I'm sorry, Mr. Widemouth, but you sound like a horror monster. You kind of look like a Furby, I said as he flipped through one of my books. He looks like a Furby? Wait a minute. Okay, now I have a really funny image of him in my head. Mr. Widemouth stopped and gave me a puzzled look. Furby? What's a Furby? He asked. I shrugged. You know, the toy. The little robot with the big ears. You can pet and feed them, almost like a real pet. Wait, you can feed Furbies, guys? I've had Furbies before, but they were just like toys. Is there like a special version of them or something? Yo, what? What the? That's cool. I didn't know that. Mr. Widemouth resumed his activity. You don't need one of those. They aren't the same as having a real friend. I remember Mr. Whitemouth disappearing every time my mother stopped by to check in on me. I lay under your bed, he later explained. Oh, I don't like that. I don't want your parents to see me because I'm afraid they won't let us play anymore. Well, that's a little sauce. We didn't do much during those first few days. Mr. Whitemouth just looked at my books, fascinated by the stories and pictures they contained. The third or fourth morning after I met him, he greeted me with a large smile on his face. I have a new game we can play, he said. We have to wait until after your mother comes to check on you, because she can't see us play. It's a secret game. A sussy game, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, sus indeed, right? What kind of game, though? After my mother delivered more books and soda at the usual time, Mr. Widemouth slipped out from under the bed and tugged my hand. We have to go to the room at the end of this hallway, he said. I objected at first. My parents had forbidden me to leave my bed without their permission. Or, leave my bed, yeah, okay. But Mr. Widemouth persisted until I gave in. Don't listen to the demons. I would know, I'm one. It's never good. It's never good. We were on the second story of the house, but it was on a hill, and from this angle, the drop was farther than 2 stories due to the incline. I'd like to play pretend up here, Mr. Whitemouth explained. I pretend that there is a big, soft trampoline below this window, and I jump. If you pretend hard enough, you bounce back up like a feather. I want you to try. Okay. I was a 5-year-old boy with a fever, so only a hint of skepticism darted through my thoughts as I looked down and considered the possibility. It's a long drop, I said. Oh, good God. That's so creepy. But it's all part of the fun. It wouldn't be fun if it was only a short drop. If it were that way, you may as well just bounce on a real trampoline. Kind of want to give Mr. Widemouth a voice, but I kind of want to kill my throat at the same time. I feel like he sounds like a goblin, like a little troll or something. I toyed with the idea, picturing myself falling through thin air, only to bounce back to the window on something unseen by human eyes. But the realist in me prevailed. Maybe some other time, I said. I don't know if I have enough imagination. I could get hurt, smart boy. Go to sleep, sick one? No, we are reading scary stories. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you. Welcome in, by the way. Mr. Widemouth's face contorted into a snarl, but only for a moment. Anger gave way to disappointment. If you say so, he said. He spent the rest of the day under my bed, quiet as a mouse. Oh, he angered the demon? That's a no-no. The following morning, Mr. Widemouth arrived holding a small box. I want to teach you how to juggle, he said. Here are some things you can use to practice before I start giving you lessons. I looked in the box. It was full of knives. My parents would kill me, I shouted. Yeah, if you don't kill yourself first, I mean. What the fuck? Horrified that Mr. Whitemouth had brought knives into my room, objects that my parents would never allow me to touch. I'll be spanked and grounded for a year. Yeah, that's the most of your worries for sure. Yeah, getting spanked and grounded. Mr. Whitemouth frowned. It's fun to juggle with these. I want you to try it. I pushed the box away. I can't. I'll get in trouble. Knives aren't safe just to throw in the air. Mr. Widemouth's frown deepened into a scowl. He took the box of knives and slid under my bed, remaining there the rest of the day. I began to wonder how often he was under me. I started having trouble sleeping after that. Mr. Widemouth often woke me up at night, saying he put a real trampoline under the window, a big one that I couldn't see in the dark. I always declined and tried to go back to sleep, but Mr. Widemouth persisted. Sometimes he stayed by my side until early in the morning, encouraging me to jump. Jesus, This is fucked up. Can't touch knives? How do you cut your steak? This is a kid. I don't think he's cutting his own steak, you know? He wasn't so fun to play with anymore. Ooh, this is when it gets real. When the kid doesn't want to play with the demon anymore. Uh-oh. My mother came to me one morning and told me I had her permission to walk around. Or outside. She thought the fresh air would be good for me, especially after being confined to my room for so long. Ecstatic, I put on my sneakers and trotted out to the back porch, yearning for the feeling of sun on my face. Mr. Widemouth was waiting for me. I have something I want you to see. Oh, not again, he said. I must have given him a weird look because he then said, "It's safe, I promise." Uh-oh. I followed him to the beginning of a deer trail, which ran through the woods behind the house. "This is an important path," he explained. "I've had a lot of friends about your age. When they were ready, I took them down to this path, to a special place. You aren't ready yet, but one day I hope to take you there." What the fuck? What is this? What is this special path? What the hell? It's safe, famous last words. That's what I'm saying. I don't trust anything demons say, you know? Like I said, don't trust anything. Fuck that. I returned to the house, wondering what kind of place lay beyond that trail. 2 weeks after I met Mr. Widemouth, the last load of our things had been packed into a moving truck. I would be in the cab of that truck sitting next to my father for the long drive to Pennsylvania. I considered telling Mr. Widemouth that I would be leaving, but even at 5 years old, I was beginning to suspect that perhaps the creature's intentions were not to my benefit, despite what he said otherwise. For this reason, I decided to keep my departure a secret. That's smart, kid, but I don't know about that. It's smart, but I don't know. It's a path to evil, you know what? Yep. It's a path to hell, and for you to become a demon. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Where the fuck are we? Oh, wait. I lost my train of passage. My father and I were in the truck at 4 a.m. He was hoping to make it to Pennsylvania by lunchtime tomorrow, with the help of an endless supply of coffee and a 6-pack of energy drinks. He seemed more like a man who was about to run a marathon rather than one who was about to spend 2 days sitting still. Early enough for you? My father asked with a hint of sympathy. I nodded and placed my head against the window, hoping for some sleep before the sun came up. I felt my father's hand on my shoulder. "This is the last move, son. I promise. I know it's hard for you, as sick as you've been. Once Daddy gets promoted, we can settle down and you can make friends." Aw, that's nice. Path to exile, path to adulthood. That's the true sin. He grows up if he walks down that path. Oh shit. I accidentally moved my armchair thing. Sorry. Ooh, okay, we're good. I opened my eyes as we backed out of the driveway. I saw Mr. Widemouth's silhouette in my bedroom window. He stood motionless until the truck was about to turn onto the main road. He gave a pitiful little wave goodbye, a steak knife in hand. I didn't wave back. Ooh. Years later, I returned to New Vineyard. The piece of our land our house stood upon was empty except for the foundation, as the house burned down a few years after my family left. Out of curiosity, I followed the deer trail that Mr. Widemouth had shown me. Part of me expected him to jump out from behind a tree and scare the living bejesus out of me, but I felt that Mr. Widemouth was gone, somehow tied to the house that no longer existed. The trail ended at the New Vineyard Memorial Cemetery. I noticed that many of the tombstones belonged to children. The end? Oh my goodness. That's creepy. So he was trying to kill the main character this whole time. Oh, good God. But it's so creepy because, just the feeling of dread as Mr. Widemouth was like, "Hey kid, do this, do that, let's play." jump out your window. Play with these knives. God damn. Good thing our main character was smarter than, like, the other kids or something. That's so sad. Well, that was the first creepypasta. I've never read this one. Creepy. I like it. You know, this makes me think, like, did you guys ever had, like, imaginary friends when you were little? I think I used to have one, but it wasn't, like, super realistic or anything. I think I just kind of imagined someone being there with me, but it wasn't super real to me. You never had an imaginary friend? Yeah, I used to. I don't remember who or what it was, but it was just like someone who was with me. Probably like, I don't know, a unicorn or like a teddy bear or something. Something like normal. Oh no. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't something like this. I'm glad it was not like Mr. Whitemouth style. Yeah. Yeah, like a lot of kids, most kids are always like, I have an imaginary friend, and then they're like so detailed and so like, it's, yeah, really realistic. Like, oh, they helped me do this, they helped me play that, they told me this, they told me that, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, y'all imaginary friends are so real. That's crazy. Yeah, something normal, you know, like a unicorn. Not Mr. Widemouth. Not something that tells me to jump off in the window at the deeps of night, you know. Imaginary friend, no. Lots of OCs though. Similar, but they're not there, right? Yeah, similar. Yeah. Lots of crazy stories about imaginary friends. Crazy. That was a good one. I like that. Okay. I rate that out of let's see, out of 10 campfires. I rated a good 7 out of 10. It gave me the heebie-jeebies. I like it. Yep, out of 10 campfires. All right, on to story number 2. This one is this one's just a creepy pasta. There's no title or anything to this. It's like unknown, so I'm gonna put unknown creepy pasta. There you go. I imagine all of you are my friends. That is so sad. Oh my god, Toshi, no. You guys saw a UFO? Oh my goodness. I love UFO stories. I love everything about UFOs. I love like UFO experiences. There's a UFO game that's coming out recently. Soon, I mean. Not recently, sorry. I think Jacksepticeye played the demo of it, but I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna see if I can play it, and then I'll play it for you guys. I forgot what it's called, but it's based on like real abduction stories. That shit is creepy. It's so fucking creepy. Yeah, I love like aliens. Those are cool. Yeah. We'll probably I'll get to that. We still need to finish Madison too. So we'll play a little more Madison tomorrow. Let's see how far I can get with that also. Yeah. Okay. Story number 2. Unknown creepypasta. I've been lying down for hours now. It's 5:35 a.m. and there's not much I can do. You know what the worst part about my situation is? I'm in the same room with my parents. They keep looking at me, and I can't help but look back and try not to cry or scream. Their eyes are focused on me and their mouths are wide open. There's the strong scent of blood, and I'm paralyzed with fear. Okay, it's starting out creepy as fuck already. Oh my goodness. I hate that. I hate anything that has to do with people staring at you for unknown reasons. And they don't, and it's like, like they don't do anything else. They just stare at you. Yeah. It's so creepy. Okay, I'm gonna sit up for this story. Here's the thing. The second that I make any hint that I'm not asleep anymore, I'm completely fucked. I will die, and there's nobody around to save me. I've been trying to think of a way out, but the only idea I have is to rush for my bedroom door, run outside the front door, and scream for help, hoping any neighbors hear me. It's risky, but if I stay here, I'll surely die. He's waiting for me to wake up and see his masterpiece. Oh, something killed the parents, and it posed the parents in the bedroom. Oh, Jesus. You're probably wondering what's going on. I do get ahead of myself sometimes. You're probably wondering how I got here. A record scratch. That's all funny. Countdown in San Bernardino. You guys know there's a lot of UFO activity in Southern California. I'm just letting you guys know that. That's crazy. Did you guys saw something though? Yeah, there's a lot of activity down there. Damn, I want to hear you guys' story. That's awesome. Don't get abducted, okay? Please, please. It was like a dark ring in the sky. Oh, that's creepy. Ooh, I don't like that. Is it like the shape of a saucer? Oof, ugh. I'm getting the chills just thinking about seeing that in the sky. Ooh, it's creepy. It was so windy, but it didn't get blown away. Ooh, so it's not like a balloon or anything, huh? What the hell? That's freaky. Dark ring? The ring? Juwon? Wait, no, that's not the ring. What's the ring? What's her name? Sadako? I was just thinking of her. Okay. Where are we? Oh. About 3 hours ago, I heard screaming from the other side of the house. I got up and went to check on the noise, and I realized I had to use the restroom. Instead of doing the smart thing and investigating, I used the bathroom first. I could have gotten myself killed right then for my stupid actions, but I actually did my business and took a peek outside the bathroom. There was blood on the carpet. I got very worried and ran back to my room and hid under my sheets like the pussy I was. I tried to convince myself to go back to sleep, that it was just some really vivid dream or something. I don't know. That don't seem like a dream to me. I think your parents are dead, bro. I heard my bedroom door open, like the terrified child I was. I peeked from under my blankets to see what was going on. I could see something dragging my dead parents into the room. Whatever it wasn't human. I can tell you that. It was hairless, with no eyes and no clothing. Not safe for work, alright? It walked like a caveman, with its back slouched as it dragged my parents. But this thing was much smarter than any caveman. It was aware of what it was doing. Ooh, creepy. Oh, you guys took a picture of it? Aw, shiz. Alright. I'm done. Damn. It's my dream to see a UFO one day. I don't know if they're real, but according to all the stories, it seems very hyped up and I would love to see one. It propped my dad up on the edge of my bed and made him face me. Then it sat on my mother down in the chair and positioned her towards me as well. After that, it started rubbing its hands on the wall, staining them with blood, and then drew a circle with a pentagram on it. Oh, alright. Yeah, that's normal, yeah. To finish it off, it scribbled a message on the wall that I couldn't read in the darkness. It then positioned itself under my bed, waiting to strike. Yeah, what the fuck would you do in this situation though, guys? Like, can't run, right? This is why you have a shotgun under your pillow. This is exactly why. The scariest thing is now, my eyes have adjusted to the darkness since then, and I can read the message on the wall. I don't want to look at it because it's terrifying to think about, but I can feel the need to see before I'm killed. I peek at the creature's masterpiece. I know you're awake, it said. The end. Oh my god. Oh, that's creepy. Oh my god. it's just like the monster's just playing with him. It like played with the dead bodies, the parents' dead bodies, and now it's playing with him. That's so creepy. Creepy, creepy. Throw a flashlight. Exactly. A holy grenade, you know, holy hand grenade. Just have that, you know, already under your pillow, like a holy hand grenade, across some holy water, you know, just in case. Just in case, you know. You have a pair, some you know, some guns, some Glocks, you know, but make sure it's blessed, just in case it's like a demon or something. Just those things work against us pretty well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That monster is dead. Yeah. You just gotta be prepared, you know? Alright, that was a pretty good story. I like that. That's creepy because it's in your room. It's a safe space, and then it knows you're awake and knows you're pretending not. You know, it knows you're pretending. So you probably can't even wait until like sunrise, right? Oh god, it's so hopeless. Yep, I will rate that a maybe 8 out of 10 campfires. Yeah, 8 out of 10. I like it. Alright, this one is called... It's also creepypasta. It's called the wait, how do I spell this? Portraits. There you go. The Portraits. This one is a little short. This one's pretty short. This one's actually like a campfire story. It's a pair of guns from Devil May Cry. Yeah, exactly. See, you need something to go up against the paranormal. Always gotta be prepared. Yeah, always. Alright. Drink some water. Alright, this one is called The Portraits. Ew. There was a hunter in the woods who, after a long day hunting, was in the middle of an immense forest. It was getting dark, and having lost his bearings, he decided to head in one direction until he was clear of the... He decided to head in one direction until he was clear of the increasingly oppressive foliage. After what seemed like hours, he came across a cabin in a small clearing. Realizing how dark it had grown, he decided to see if he could stay there for the night. He approached and found the door ajar. Alright, first things first, in horror, you know, horror 101. Don't trust anything in the woods. Well, that's a given. Like, fuck that shit. If it looks inviting, it's probably haunted. Nobody was inside. The hunter flopped down on the single bed, deciding to explain himself to the owner in the morning. As he looked around, he was surprised to see the walls adorned by many portraits, all painted in incredible detail. Without exception, they appeared to be staring down at him, their features twisted into looks of hatred. Staring back, he grew increasingly uncomfortable. Making a concerted effort to ignore the many hateful faces, he turned to face the wall, and exhausted, he fell into a restless sleep. Okay. Face down in an unfamiliar bed, he turned, blinking in the unexpected sunlight. Looking up, he discovered that the cabin had no portraits, only windows. Ooh, the end. Okay. Oh god, I hate that. Oh my god, this is why I have blinds on all my windows, and if it's nighttime, you shut that. You close everything, you cover it up. Oh, that's like one of my like biggest fears. Just people looking in from the window outside, and it's like dark, so they can see inside really well. Oh, that's so creepy. You know, that gets a 10 out of 10 campfires. Short, but really fucking creepy. Jesus, oh my goodness. Yeah, that was creepy, right? Yep. So so manga-esque. Oh my god. Hey yo, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 campfire. Oh my god. Ew. So manga-esque, yeah. Alright, so now we are on one of my favorite like short horror stories online. It's part of a series on Reddit of a park ranger who has like stories to tell about like the time he worked as or about the time they worked as like a park ranger, and it's like a bunch of tangents of stories, right? But my favorite is this thing about the stairs in the woods. It's literally just about a set of stairs, or not just one set of stairs, but like apparently there's like the lore is that there's a random set of stairs in the woods all around this forest. Sometimes you run into, they all look different or something, and it's just very creepy to have like, yeah, it's very creepy. The stairs. You're the only 10 I see. But yeah, it's like basically just like a very abnormal thing in the woods, right? Like, why would there be modern like civilization type of buildings out there in the middle of the like butt fuck nowhere? Why is there a set of stairs just go into nothing? Oh, that's creepy. I think that there is actually a game based on that, but it's a little different. It's called Slides in the Woods. I think I saw Markiplier play that a while back. It's kind of similar to that. It's just like, it's kind of oddly terrifying, you know? Like, why would there be a set of stairs in the woods? And then, you know, yeah. So these are stories based on it. I think it's pretty cool. I think they're kind of in chronological order. I did my best to put them together. So this is part 1. This is kind of like the first thing that the park ranger wrote about. No wonder people hate stairs. Yeah, like, they can, apparently they're paranormal and they're in the woods. And we don't like stairs here, you know? Fuck that shit, yeah. Alright, so, let's see. Stairs in the Woods, part 1. One of my first jobs as a trainee was a search op for a 4-year-old kid that had gotten separated from his mom. This was one of those cases where we knew we were going to find him because the dogs were already on a strong scent trail, and we saw clear signs that he was in the area. We ended up finding him in a berry patch about half a mile from where he'd last been seen. Kid wasn't even aware that he'd wandered that far. One of the vets brought him back, which I was glad for because I'm not really good with kids, and I find it hard to talk to them and keep them company. As my trainer and I are headed back, she decides to take me on a detour to show me one of the hot spots where we tend to find missing people. It's a natural dip in the land near a popular trail, and people will usually move downhill because it's easier. We hike out there. It's a few miles away, and we get there in about an hour or so. As we're walking around the area, and she's pointing out that places she's found people in the past, I see something in the distance. Now, this area we're in is about 8 miles from the main parking area. Though there's back roads you can take to get closer if you don't want to hike that far. But we're on a state-protected land, which means there can't be any kind of commercial or residential development out here. The most you'll ever see is a fire tower or makeshift shelter that homeless people think they can get away with building. But I can see from here that whatever this thing is, it has straight edges. And if there's one thing you learn quickly, it's that nature rarely makes straight lines. He's not wrong. That is true. I mean, trees are kind of straight, but yeah. I pointed out, but she doesn't say anything. She just hangs back and lets me wander over to check it out. I get within about 20 feet of it, and all the hair on my neck stands up. It's a staircase in the middle of the fucking woods. In the proper context, it would literally be the most benign thing ever. It's just a normal staircase with beige carpet and about 10 steps tall. But instead of being in a house where it belongs, or where it obviously should be, it's out here in the middle of the woods. That's a creepy image. That's a creepy image. The sides aren't carpeted, obviously. And I can see the wood it's made out of. It's almost like a video. It's almost like a video game glitch, where the house has failed to load completely, and the stairs are the only thing visible. I stand there, and it's like my brain is working overtime to try and make sense of what I'm seeing. My trainer comes and stands next to me, and she just casually stands there, looking at it as if it's the least interesting thing in the world. I ask her, what the fuck is this thing doing here? And she just chuckles. Oh, okay, alright. She's just like, that's just staircase, Chan. It's fine. Imagine. Stairway to heaven. I know. He's just gonna kill you. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Oh, where was I? Oh, okay. Get used to it, rookie. You're gonna see a lot of them. I start to move closer, but she grabs my arm. Hard. I wouldn't do that, she says. Her voice is casual, but her grip is tight, and I just stand there looking at her. You're gonna see them all the time, but don't go near them. Don't touch them. Don't go up them. Just ignore them. Oh, okay, alright, that's a lot of rules, alright. I start to ask her about it, but something in the way she's looking at me tells me that it's best if I don't. We end up moving on, and the subject doesn't come up again for the rest of my training. She was right, though. I'd say about every 5th call I go on, I end up running across a set of stairs. Sometimes they're relatively close to the path, maybe within 2 or 3 miles. Sometimes they're 20, 30 miles out, literally in the middle of nowhere. And I only find them during the broadcast, or the broadest searches, or training weekends. They're usually in good condition, but sometimes it looks like they've been out there for miles. All different kinds, all different sizes. Manga. But sometimes it looks like they've been out there for miles. All different. Oh, wait, no, I read that right. The biggest I ever saw, the biggest, oh, okay, looked like they came out of a turn of the century mansion and were at least 10 feet wide, with steps leading up at least 15 or 20 feet. I've tried talking with people about it. They just give me the same response my trainer did. It's normal. Don't worry about it. They're not a big deal. But don't go close to them or up them. When trainees ask me about it now, I give them the same response. I don't really know what to tell them. I'm really hoping someday I get a better answer, but it hasn't happened yet. Oh, good God. Okay, that's the end of part 1. So yeah. So the stairs are really mysterious, and they show up out of nowhere. It's just so creepy. Like, what are stairs dealing out in the woods, you know? Yeah, part 1 was great, right? Yeah, we'll have part 2 up next. I think it's a 4-part thing. But before we do that, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I will be right back. Okay. And back. They say if you constantly see stairs, oh, you're already a ghost and are trying to move to the afterlife. Ooh, that's creepy. That's also creepy. Some creepy ass superstitions, yeah. Just imagine you're a ghost not knowing you're dead. Ooh, you know, there's actually like lore on that. People say that usually that's how like really angry ghosts happen, like the grudge type of ghosts. It's cuz like they've been dead for so long, but they don't know that, so they get like really angry, right? Yeah. So creepy. You made that up, by the way? Ooh, you can make a whole short story with that. That was pretty good. Yeah. Onryu? Oh yeah, yeah, there you go. Those the grudge type of ghost. Onryu. Onryu. I I can pronounce it. Vengeful spirits. There you go. Thank you. I was like, hateful spirits? Angie spirits? It's something. Yeah, like Kayako. Yeah, exactly. She Angie. She's so Angie. And her brother's just chilling. So alright. Next, part 2 of Stairs in the Woods. Yeah. It's from the same person, the same park ranger. My buddy has been a search and rescue officer for about 7 years. He started when he was a junior in college, and he had a very similar experience when he first encountered the stairs. His trainer told him almost the same thing mine did, which was to never go near, touch, or ascend them. Ascension. For the first year, he did just that, but apparently his curiosity got the better of him, and on one call, he broke away from the line and went to go check a set of them out. Uh-oh, he's fucking dead, right? You gotta listen to rules, rookie, come on. Oh wait, no, he's not a rookie. Ah, I see. He's not a rookie anymore, but he's alive. Okay, I see. God damn. There's a theory that we experience everything right now as our lives flashing before our eyes. Oh, that's a sad theory. I think I've heard of that before, actually. But that's a sad theory. My life's fucking long. God damn. Oh my goodness. Where? Okay, I lost my place in the. Okay. He said they were about 10 miles from the path where a teenage girl had vanished, and the dogs were following a scent. He was on his own, lagging behind the main group, when he saw a set of stairs off to his left. They looked like they were from a new house, because the carpeting was pristine and white. He said that as he got closer, he didn't feel any different, or hear any weird noises. He was expecting for something to happen, like bleeding from his ears or collapsing. But he got right up next to them and didn't feel anything. The only thing he said was odd was that there was absolutely no debris on the steps. No dirt, leaves, dust, anything. And there didn't appear to be any signs of animals or insect activity in the immediate area, which he found strange. Ooh, that's creepy. It seems like the ghosties are they hire, some maids to come by and clean it up. That's nice of them. That's nice of them. Oh my goodness. Can't die if you're already dead. Exactly. How do you know you aren't in a coma and this is all a dream reality? There's a lot of conspiracy theories about that. I've seen people like on Reddit, they're always like, imagine you're just like chilling in your life and then you see like signs around your like your life, and it's all like, wake up, you're in a coma, wake up, that's creepy. Hi Lily, hello, welcome in. I hope you've been well. Yeah. We are reading a scary story about stairs in the woods. Just it's pretty creepy right now. Welcome in. Settle down. Get comfy. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub to Lily. Woohoo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. You were just in the woods? Did you see a set of stairs? No, let me tell you, next time you go, don't go up to the set of stairs. We're learning that right now. That's not a good thing. Please don't die. I love you. You guys are all my imaginary friends. That's so sad. No. Huh, I'm just crazy. I'm just a crazy demon. It's fine. You guys are all fake. But I still love you guys. All right, where are we? There we are. It was less like things were avoiding them and more like they just happened to be in a relatively barren part of the forest. He touched the stairs and didn't feel anything except that sort of sticky feeling you get from new carpet. Making sure his radio was on, he slowly climbed the stairs. Uh-oh. He said it was terrifying because the way they'd been stigmatized, he wasn't really sure what was gonna happen to him. Then why are you climbing the stairs, sir? Hello? He joked that half of him expected to be teleported to some other dimension, and the other half was watching for a UFO to come swooping down. He got to the top with little event, and he stood there looking around. But he said the longer he stood on the top step, the more he felt like he was doing something very, very wrong. He described it as the feeling you'd get if you were in a part of the government building you have no business being in. That's a very specific type of description for the feeling on the stairs. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. Yeah, bye, Tamshi. Thanks for stopping by. As if someone was gonna come and arrest you or shoot you in the back of the head at any second. He tried to brush it off, but the feeling got stronger and stronger. And that's when he realized he couldn't hear anything anymore. The sounds of the forest were gone, and he couldn't hear his own breathing. It was like some kind of weird, awful tinnitus, but more oppressive. He climbed back down and rejoined the search, and didn't mention what he had done. But he said the weirdest part came after. His trainer was waiting back at the welcome center after the search ended for the day, and he cornered my buddy before he could leave. He said his trainer had this look of intense anger, and he asked what was wrong. You went up them, didn't you? Oh, the trainer knows. Ooh. My buddy said it wasn't phrased as a question. He asked how his trainer knew. The trainer just shook his head. Because we didn't find her. The dogs lost her scent. Oh. So him going up the stairs had something to do with the missing person? What the fuck? My buddy asked what that had to do with, or my buddy had asked what that had to do with anything. But I can talk. Okay. The trainer asked how long he'd been on the stairs, and my buddy said no more than a minute. The trainer gave him this really awful, almost dead-eyed look, and told him that if he ever went up another set of stairs again, he'd be fired immediately. The trainer walked away, and I guess he's never answered any of the questions my buddy had asked about him about it since. Okay, sorry. There's a little tiny bit of grammar mistakes in the writing, so it's a little hard to read sometimes. The end for part 2. Alright, so we're learning more about the stairs. So seems like there is a correlation to someone going on the stairs and missing people. Or just in general, the stairs and missing people. That is fucking creepy. I'm absolutely spooked. It's shivering in me boots. The stairs are so scary now. Every time I see stairs in horror games, I'm just gonna be like, oh my god, this is the worst game ever. Because it's terrible. It's terrifying. Well, that's creepy. Alright. Alright, next part. Part 3 for Stairs in the Woods. Shiver me timbers. I hope they make a game with Stairs in the Woods. I think that's pretty cool. I would play a game with Stairs in the Woods. I imagine it to be kind of like a Slender Man kind of thing. Like you have to collect stuff on the stairs, or like You go up the stairs, you go into a dimension, and then you gotta like solve puzzles to get out. Ooh, or you get chased by things. That's cool. I think that would be pretty cool. All right, part 3. Let me drink my tea real quick. Slenderman movie? There's a Slenderman movie? What now? There is? What the? I didn't even know that. Oh my gosh. What's it called? Is it called Slenderman? Ooh, I need to watch that. I have so many horror movies I have to catch up on. I've been like so lazy to just sit down and watch. Just like no focus at all. I feel like I'll get so distracted nowadays. It's just called Slenderman. Alright. I'll definitely look that up. I'll definitely see it. Okay, part 3. They were out looking for this 11-year-old boy, Joey, who'd gone missing near a river. Of course, the first thought was that he'd fallen in and drowned. But when they brought the dogs out, they led the search and rescue officers away from the river and up into a very densely forested area. When we do searches for people, we search in a grid pattern. And we search every box of the grid incredibly thoroughly. What EW's team noticed right away, I don't know what that, east-west? East-west? West-east? Something EW? Okay, anyway. Was that a very strange pattern was emerging. Dogs in alternating boxes were picking up Joey's scent, but losing it when they overlapped with another box. If you think of a checkerboard, Joey's scent was being picked up in random black squares, but never in red. This, of course, didn't make any sense. Because how could the kid bounce from area to area without leaving a scent in each place he passed? EW and his partner passed into a new box of the grid, and EW notices a set of stairs about 50 yards away. Weast? Yeah! There's Weast. Oh, okay, the stairs have appeared. Dun dun dun. He tells his partner that they need to go check near it, but his partner flat out refuses. He tells EW that he never made it, or he's made it a point never to go near any stairs he sees, and that while it may be routine, he's not to pretend that it's normal. He tells EW that he'll wait in sight while EW checks. EW says he was irritated, but he felt for the guy and didn't push him on the subject. I walked over to the stairs. They were small, kind of like stairs into a basement. I don't really feel strongly one or the other about them. The stairs, I mean. So I wasn't scared or anything. I guess I'm like everyone else. I just prefer not to think about them too much. I like how everyone in this search and rescue team like knows this is a thing. Like it's an anomaly, but they don't do anything about it. They don't call in like special forces or like, you know, any of that. They just leave it alone. That's pretty funny. I guess there's no such thing as like an SCP foundation in this world. Maybe there is, but we just don't know. But, you know, I would try to look for like some paranormal like investigators or something just to see what's wrong. Like, why are there fucking stairs in the wood? I don't even call backup. Yeah, they just experience shit and they're like, yeah, we don't talk about it. Like, I want to investigate it more. I want to hire people to see what's wrong. Like, bring in the big boys, you know? Like, Men in Black type of style. Yeah. Exactly. We need, like, paranormal experts in this. Or more people are gonna go missing, you know? Tisk tisk. Be search and rescue officers. Anyway, I went over, and I could see that there was something lying on the bottom step. Sort of curled up. My heart sinks. Because, of course, you always hope for the best. And we were confident that we'd find this kid alive. Because he'd only been missing for a few hours. But I knew right away that it was him. And he was dead. He was curled up in a little ball on the step, holding his stomach. It looked like he'd been in horrible pain when he died. But I didn't see any blood, except some on his lips and chin. Oh my god. Oh my god. I radioed in that I'd found him, and we got his body back to command. That poor family, they were devastated. The parents couldn't understand how he'd be dead, because he'd only been gone for such a short time. And on top of that, we didn't have any obvious cause of death, which just made it worse. Damn, that is creepy. He was just on the bottom steps. We don't talk about SCP Foundation? You're right. But how would we contact them? You know, what if we need help? Where did they just show up? I wonder. I figured he'd probably eaten something poisonous, since he was holding his stomach when I found him, but I didn't want to guess. It was hard enough to hear that your kid is dead, let alone have some stupid search and rescue guy guessing about what happened. They took him away, and I went home and tried not to think about it. I hate finding dead kids. I hate finding dead kids, man. I love this job, but it's one of the reasons I left. I've got 2 daughters, and the thought of losing them that way just... He choked up a little here. I'm not great with emotional stuff like that, and it's always sort of awkward to see a grown man cry, so I didn't really know what to do. He pulled himself together eventually, though, and he kept going. We don't always hear back from the coroner's cause of death. It's not really our job to know, I guess. And sometimes, if they think it's foul play, they won't tell us because it's legal bullshit. But I've got a friend who works for the sheriff's department. He'll usually pass along any interesting info if I ask. In this case, though, I actually got a call from him about a week later. He asks if I remember the kid, and of course I do. And he says some seriously weird shit is going on. Yeah, I mean, stairs in the woods, that's already weird, but we don't talk about it, right? Apparently in the team force, no one talks about it. My friend goes on to tell me that when the coroner opened the kid up, he couldn't even believe what he was seeing. The kid's organs were like Swiss cheese. Quarter-sized holes were punched clean through just about every single organ this kid had, aside from his heart and lungs. But his colon, his stomach, his kidneys, and even one of his testicles were full of these clean holes. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. My friend said the coroner described it as if someone had taken a hole punch and punched holes out of everything. They were so neat, but the kid didn't have a scratch on him. No entry or exit wounds. The closest anyone there had ever seen, like it was a guy who'd fill himself full of buckshot a year or so back while cleaning his rifle. Damn, so there was just a bunch of holes inside him. That's fucking creepy. What the fuck? That is. No one had a clue what could possibly have caused it. My friend asked if I'd ever heard of anything like that, or if we had similar cases in the past. But I'd never even heard of something like that. And I told him if I wasn't going to be of any help to him, I wasn't going to be of any help to him. As far as I know, the coroner determined the cause of death as something like massive internal bleeding. That's why he had blood on his mouth and chin. So he just threw up, I guess, when the holes started like. That must have been so painful. Oh my goodness. But no one knows what really happened. I've never been able to forget that kid. I have nightmares about it sometimes. I don't let my kids go into the woods alone, and when we go together, I never let them out of my sight. I used to love it out here, but that case, and a couple others, just sort of ruined it for me. Dinner was over, so we started to clean up and go back to our cabins. Before we went our separate ways, he put his hand on my shoulder and looked at me really close. He tells me that there's bad things out here. Things that don't care if we have families or lives, or that we can think and feel. He tells me to be careful and walks away. I didn't have a chance to talk with him again, but that story stuck with me. The end for part 3. God damn! We got a dead kid who turned into Swiss cheese. Stair monsters just make people want to feel complete and make them feel whole. Haha, whole. Nice. Yeah, they just want to they just want to be wholesome. Yeah. Oh my god, I just dropped my water bottle on my computer screen. You guys didn't hear that. Damn. So now we know. Seems like the stairs can just paranormally kill you. And that is creepy. Like I said, gotta call in the experts. You can't just leave it be. That's a no-no. God, I love this series. I know that there's actual like stories or experiences of like creepy things in national parks, because national parks are really big, like in America. And I've heard like actual stories of people who work there, and it's not as creepy as this, but it's more like, oh yeah, people go missing, and then there's like always weird noises at night. Like a lot of people say there's cults out there, because you know the national forests are it's really fucking big. Yeah. So that you don't know what's out there, right? So I'm just like, oh my goodness, that's just creepy. Stories like that are so creepy. The unknown. The unknown is very creepy. Yeah. Like I love national parks. I always want to visit one, but not alone and not at night, and I'll definitely stick to the roads and the public areas and not go upstairs. Yeah. Scary. Yep. Cults are scary. Definitely. Those are real. But I don't know if they're as intense and creepy as, horror stories though. But definitely gotta be careful in the woods. It's hella scary. Alright, part 4. Part 4. I think this is one of the last parts for the stairs. I don't know if they have more, but I can check for next week. Oh. If you go there at night, you're definitely gonna see the heavens. You would want to avoid that, definitely, yeah. Hi, Grapes! Not done yet. We have one more. Part 4 of the stairs in the woods. This is the last part, so I'm almost done. Why are you at the end, huh? Hello. Welcome in, though. Alright. Part 4. Oh, wait. Okay. About 7 years ago, he tells me. He was out on a call with a rookie. They were in an area of the forest that's had a lot of strange reports and events. Disappearances, stories about lights in the forest, odd noises, things like that. The rookie was totally spooked. Kept going on and on about things out in the woods. According to PB, the guy wouldn't stop talking about the goat man. Just on and on, goat man this and goat man that. Finally, I told him there was plenty else to be afraid of out there. That was very real. That he'd better get over this thing with the goat man. Oh my god, the goat man. Have you guys heard about the goat man? There's like goat man's bridge or something out there. I forget where, but these YouTubers I watched, they like went there. Yeah, they went there and like did paranormal, or like a bunch of people have done that actually. Yeah, the Goatman's Bridge. It's, my favorite is, of course, Ryan and Shane. I watched their Goatman video. So funny. They're just so silly. They make it so funny. Yeah. But I heard a lot of creepy stuff about that. Apparently they said it's like the devil or something because it's like Goatman. But it's a very famous bridge, and I heard that they don't allow people to drive over it anymore because it's like a really old bridge now. But people still go there to like do paranormal investigations and stuff. Oh, it's in Texas. There you go. It's in Texas. And I think if you want to investigate, I think you have to like book it. You have to book like a tour or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's out there and it's very creepy. Super creepy. You know. Okay. The rookie wanted to know what kinds of things I was talking about. And I just told him to shut up and walk. Goddamn, hazing that rookie already. We crested a little ridge, and there was a staircase about 10 yards ahead. The rookie stops dead in his tracks and just stands there looking at them. I tell him, see, that's something you should be afraid of. The rookie asks me what the hell these things are doing out here, and for some reason, I just open up and tell him the truth. Or what I've been told is the truth. I could have gotten in a lot of trouble for doing what I did, and I could get in a lot of trouble for repeating it to you. But You're a nice kid, and I want you to stop looking into this. Quit while you're ahead. So I'll tell you what I know, under the condition that you never breathe a word of this to the soups. Okay, I like how the main character is like, you're probably gonna die, and we're probably gonna get in trouble if I tell you about this, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Oh my goodness. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. I told him I wouldn't say a word, and he double checks that our radios are off. When I first started out, we were a little less tight-lipped about them, and other things that happened out here. We warned people before they were even hired that there was this weird shit going on. I guess the Forest Service was tired of having a massive turnover rate, and they wanted people to know what they were getting into. So they started having people sign these agreements that they wouldn't go to the media about what they were going to see. Damn, the search and rescue thing is like trying to keep this hush-hush. Sheesh. The FS didn't want to scare people away. So the last thing they needed were spooked rookies running into the media with stories of ghosts and haunted stairs. Eventually, they found that the agreements weren't necessary. People not only didn't want to talk about what they saw, they wouldn't. A few times media tried to talk to people when kids or hikers would disappear, and no one would say a word. I can't really explain it. I guess we just don't really want to admit anything is wrong. This is our job, to be out in the woods every single day. We don't need to be spooked, and the best way to avoid that is to pretend like everything's okay. Dang, that's creepy. Hey, what if like the stairs are manipulating their feelings or something? They're making them not want to talk about it, so more people will disappear and die. It's a cycle. It's like a cycle of life for the stairs. Ooh. So I'll tell you everything I can think of. And after that, I'm done talking about it for good. And I expect you not to bring it up around me ever. The stairs have been out here as long as the parks have existed. We have records going back decades describing them. Sometimes people go up them and nothing happens. Other times, look, I don't really like talking about this, but sometimes really bad shit happens. I saw one guy get his hand sliced clean off when he got to the top step. What the fuck? Holy shit. He reached out to touch a tree branch, and it happened so fast. 1 second his hand was there, and the next it was gone. Completely clean wound. We didn't find his hand, and the guy almost died. Another time, a woman touched one of the stairs, and a blood vessel in her brain exploded. Literally exploded, like a water balloon. She sort of tumbled down and came over to me. All she got out was, I think something is wrong with me. She dropped like a sack of flour, dead before she hit the ground. Jesus Christ, shit just escalated for the stairs in the woods. What the fuck? I guess the stairs in the woods is like, it's an RNG thing. Nothing could happen or something could happen. That is creepy. This is 100% an SCP. Like, it has to be, you know? I'll never forget the way the blood leaked into the inside of her eye. Before she died, I watched it turn red. I watched it happen, and there wasn't a single thing I could do to help. We warn people not to go anywhere near them, but there's always at least one idiot who does. And even if nothing happens to them, something bad always happens. Kids go missing as we're on their trail, someone dies the next day, cut in half in a completely safe part of the park. I don't know why, but something bad always happens. I don't know exactly why they're out there, but it doesn't matter. They're here, and if we were smart, we'd tell our new officers exactly what they're capable of. Ooh, okay. So even if you go up the set of stairs and nothing happens to you, it's like karma. Something else will happen. Like, you'll cause something else to happen. Damn. Where the fuck am I? Oh, we were both quiet for a little while. I was afraid to talk because I wasn't sure if he was done. He looked like he wanted to say something else. Finally, he spoke up again. Have you ever noticed how you can't find the same ones twice? I nodded, expecting him to continue, but he just stayed quiet, walking alongside me, and eventually he started a story about the biggest deer he'd ever seen in the park. I didn't bring up the subject again, and I didn't press him for any more stories. He dropped out of the up the next day. Apparently he left before the sun came up. He said he was sick. None of us have heard from him since he left. The end. Oh, that guy went up the stairs. The rookie didn't listen. He went up some fucking stairs. Yeah. Well, that's part 4. That's the end of it. I think, yeah, I don't think there's more for the stairs in the woods. But that's creepy. Hi, Derp. The 2 CDs creepypasta? I do not. Ooh, what is that? We can read that for next Friday. Wow, that was really good. I really like Stairs in the Woods. Or I really like stories like that. Like just like abnormal, really weird, anomalous things. Like an anomaly, things that are not supposed to be there. Yeah. See these nuts on your face? God damn it. I'm ending the stream here. Goodbye. I'm scared. He needed to go up those stairs. Yeah. I guess maybe sometimes the stairs, like, I don't know. It manipulates you or something. Yeah. Got him. Yeah, I guess. I will never leave, or I will never run away from these nuts. So sad. So sad. It's a good story. Yeah. It controls you, maybe? Yeah, maybe. Like he said, there's like, what was it? He said there's like never the same set of stairs, right? So, you know, they all have different powers, it seems like. Who knows? Maybe one of them is like the mastermind. Yeah, it lures you in. That would be so cool if Chilla Arts made a game with about the slide, the stairs in the woods. I feel like it's a Chilla Arts thing, even though it's not Japanese horror, but it's like the type of game. It's just like psychological horror. I like that. Yeah. Well, that is all for tonight. I got some long stories in, so that was pretty good. Yeah. We'll probably just end the stream here. Let's see if there's anybody that I can raid tonight. Let's see. Yeah, there were some good stories today. I'm very happy. Let's see. Oh, Vincent. Oh, that is loud. Vincent's streaming. Well, we can rate him. Yeah, thanks for listening. I wasn't feeling 100%, but I'm glad we got through the stories. It was a nice and cozy stream. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow around the same time too. I'll be playing I'll be playing more Madison. I don't know how far we're gonna get, but that game is fucking scary, but yeah. Alright, Vincent Faust. Did I spell his name right? I did not spell his name right. Hold on. Vincent Faust. Okay, there you go. We'll give him some support, give him a raid. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Yep. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.